Hi, Limas. Okay, as you know, on our front cover, if you don't, I'll tell you, on our front cover, we need to go down to the thing, there's a section called Things to Do. Now, the things to do are close-up preview articles about specific events in Pasadena. These are events that we find to be particularly unusual or noteworthy, and that's why we've got them on the front cover. You know this because you wrote this story about Elisa Parhad yourself. So you know the basics of it. The basics are real simple. Essentially, we start off with a headline, and then we talk about when it's happening and where, and then we talk about what's happening and when, and how you can get in on it. And we make it bigger than this. This is just a draft. Your story was really quite good that you did about Elisa Parhad. So we run these feature stories, these preview stories, under Things to Do. And the idea is to write a preview story about pretty much everything that we have that's important that's coming up in Pasadena. Okay, so that being said, what I want to ask you to do is to take a look over on the editorial schedule. Let me go back up to the top of this thing. All right, so I've colored these preview events in blue, and I want to ask you to write them so on a regular basis to come back to the editorial schedule, look for blues. Here's a blue thing right here. So this one I'm going to ask you to write a preview story on. So how do you find information on about it? Okay, well, the first thing you do is, the first step is to make sure we don't have it already, because it's possible we got a press release and I don't know it. So number one, go back to our website, please, and go up to the search area right here, search, and search for it. The best thing to do is to pick one word that is really important and search for it so that you're sure that you find it. If you put a bunch of words in there, it might be a problem, but let's see what we get here. This is from December 18th, 2015. That's the most recent one we did. So the one that's happening now, clearly we don't have. We did their previous one right here. So this article, we don't have it on our website right now. So yes, I'm going to ask you, please do write it. So that's the first thing. You confirm we don't have it already. What's the second thing? The second thing is to get the most information you can about it. It's on Friday, February 12th. So the second thing you do is you go onto our calendar of events. And it's on Friday the 12th. Click on February the 12th and go find that event. Let's say it's at 2 o'clock. I think it was, here we are, it's at 3 o'clock. Now click on the headline for the event, or where it says click. Same difference. And you will get a much more detailed version. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a detailed version. So you have more information you're starting with, and you've got a link to their site. So the point at this point is to find, look at their website, look at this information, and put together a short story. Now, do you need to call anyone to interview them? If it's a quickie, yes. These entire preview stories are supposed to take you, at the most, including the interviews, no more than 45 minutes to an hour. So if I were to write this just off of this little blurb and going to their website and picking up some of their comments that they have on their website and going to their Facebook page, which is always an important resource, what we would do is I could put that together in 30-35 minutes. If I have a chance to call somebody and it's a particularly interesting interview, it's probably going to be worth it to take the other 20 to 30 minutes to get the interview done, and it's not worth a transcription though. The preview stories are not worth transcriptions unless it is President Carter coming to Pasadena or something amazing. It's just a little story. It's not worth more than about an hour of effort. Okay, in all honesty, these aren't worth more than about an hour. Because they're only going to be up for a couple of days to get people interested, and then they're over with. Unless it's something really extraordinary, you're basically looking at web and internet resources, our description, and that's basically it, really. and then you write the story. And I really believe that when you write the story, it's really important to come up with a lead that works in the date and where it's going to be. It's not really a news lead, it's an event preview lead, which is different. Something like this that he's got here, British author and event producer John Thackara will be speaking Wednesday, February 10th at the Art Center College for Design's Toyota Lecture Series to discuss how to thrive in a new economy. That's pretty good. That's about it. It's not very sexy or exciting. Could be jazzed up a little bit, I think. But nonetheless, you've got the basics there for a preview story. This particular story he's turned in is way too short. It should be twice as long. Because really, he's written a book, and you're only giving him one paragraph. Come on. There's more you can get about this guy that makes him interesting online. But this does basically follow what we want. So, in conclusion, so what I am going to ask you to do is every day go take a look at the EdSched, at what's colored blue, and when you have downtime and you have no other assignments and you can, we do need to ask you to produce these stories. We really want to be about a week ahead. So what I'm saying to you is, if today is Monday, you want to have everything written through next Monday. And there's the Antiquarian Show, there's this Affair to Remember, there's the Pottery Show, there's the Drum and Dance Circle in Altadena, there's Kristen Bedford, there's a bunch here. Not that huge a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then yeah, there's about 5 that need to be done today and tomorrow, and then we'll be caught up. Then you'll send them to me. I'll proofread them, and then I'm going to send them back to you and ask you to input them. So doing events previews regularly will be important, but remember, do check every one to be sure we don't have it online already, or else it's a waste of your time and effort. Thank you.